All right, so you've got a checking account, you've got a savings account, and so I want to talk about beneficiaries, right? And making sure that those accounts, including some other ones that I'm going to talk about here in a second, are all up to date, and what happens if you don't have them up to date. And really, this is also just kind of a public service announcement to kind of remind you, hey, I gotta check this out. So again, most people have a checking account, most people have a savings account. In fact, most people have multiple of those accounts, right? You might have even opened up one of those accounts before you got married. Maybe you and your spouse have separate accounts. Um, Start there, right? When I'm doing an estate plan for somebody, we do what's called an asset inventory, where we're going to go through everything that they have, right? It's sometimes a painstaking exercise for people because maybe they opened up a bank account 20, 30 years ago, something when they were in college or whatnot. They've got a couple $100 in it and they just forgot about it. Or I find a lot of people have two savings accounts, really no reason. One of them's got $100,000, the other one's got like $5,000 in it, and there's really no, I ask them, why do you have two? I don't know, I just do, right? So we start there, and what I always say is look and see who the owners of those accounts are. Often, if you have checks, that's going to say it, or on the statement, it's going to say who the owners are. Start there. I find a lot of times that couples, they think that they're both on there, and they find out only one of them is actually an account owner, and there might be a reason to have both owners on there. So start there. But for purposes of this, then look and see if they've got a beneficiary, if you've named a beneficiary. And so a lot of people tell me, oh yeah, I think I put my wife on there, but it was a long time ago. And then when we go through this exercise and they go speak with the bank or they look at their statements, they realize they didn't have a beneficiary on there. And so I would encourage everybody, go through all of your accounts. This is not just going to be checking and savings, but look at your brokerage accounts. If you've got investment accounts, look at your 401k, look at your IRA, look at your life insurance policy, anywhere where there's money, right? Look who the owner is, who the account owners are, and then look at the beneficiary. You might even want to look at your real estate. If you own pieces of real estate, if you own your home, look at the title. Have you ever looked at the title? See what it says. Does it say, whoever the names are, a married couple? Does it say husband and wife? What does it say on there? You really want to look at that, because I find a lot of times people just don't know, or they forget, or it's been so long ago, or maybe you were married and then you got divorced. Maybe there's been a birth of somebody. There could be a whole lot of other what we call major life events that would cause you to want to update that. So even if you're not doing your estate plan right now, you're not doing your will, you're not doing your trust, it'd be a good exercise for you and your family, for you and your spouse, for you and your partner, to kind of look at everything and just say, hey, let's look and see who the owners are. Let's get a list of all of our stuff, and then let's look and see who the beneficiaries are. And I recommend that people do that, every so often, every 2 years, every 3 years at a minimum, just to make sure that nothing's changed. Obviously, a divorce, that's going to affect things. So again, just kind of a reminder, look at your beneficiaries, make sure that everything is correct. Look at the account owners, who's actually on there. And then if there's been any sort of major event, make sure you update those things as well.